Switching regulator. Switching regulator, an example of a general purpose regulator is a Motorola's MC1723. It can be used in many different ways, for example, as a fixed positive or negative output voltage regulator, variable regulator, or switching regulator. Because of its flexibility, to minimize the power distribution during switching, the external resistors used must be switching power transmitter. To improve the efficiency of the regulator, the series pass transistor used as a switch rather than as a variable resistor as in a linear mode. A regulator connected to operate in the manner is called as a series switching regulator. In such a regulator, the series pass transistor is switched between cutoff and saturation as a high frequency level. This output is filtered through a low pass filter LC filter to produce an average of DC output voltage. Thus, the output voltage is proportional to the pulse width and the frequency. This is the diagram and a block diagram for the pulse generator. Supply voltage switch is there, filters, and it is connected to the load. The basic switching regulator consists of four parts: voltage source, switch, pulse generator, filter. A voltage source, it may any DC supply voltage from the battery. It must supply the required output power and the losses associated with the switching. It must be sufficiently high to meet the minimum requirement of the regulated supply. It may require to store energy for a specified amount of time during power failures. Switch, it is typically transistor or a resistor connected to the power switch and it is operated in the saturated mode. The pulse generator output alternately turns the switch on off. The pulse generator V pulse, it provides a symmetrically square wave varying in either frequency or pulse width called a frequency modulation or a pulse width modulation. This duty cycle of the pulse waveform determines the relationship between the input and the output voltages. Filters, it converts the pulse waveform from the output to the switch into the DC voltage. Since the switch mechanism also allows the conversion similar to the transformers, this equation indicates that if the time period t is constant, V0 directly proportional to on time t on a given value of a mean. This method of changing the output voltage by varying the referred to pulse width modulation. Similarly to n shield constants, here we are having a two type of a step down and a step up polarity inverting. Thank you.